everyone, this is Krishna and welcome back to my channel. This is part 5 of practical question series in React, and in this video we are going to cover 3 more questions. And if you are not watching my previous practical question series videos on React, you can go back to my channel and view them. And here first we are going to see, let us suppose we have some array of data and you want to show that using using radio buttons, and once user clicks on that radio button, you want to show the data selected by the user in the text box or anything. How to do that? So the next one is, you have some object, and that object consists of key value pairs, and you want to loop that object and display that to the user. How to do that? So the third one is, let us suppose you have a component, and when the component is rendered for the first time, you want to call a method or you want to call some API to get the data. So how to do that? So we will be dealing all this, and for this I have created a project called React2, and in this project there is app component.js which acts as the parent component, and these are all the child components, and in this we are the part file. So this is the child component where we will be writing all the code. So I have removed all the unnecessary code. Here first we will be creating an array which consists of the data. So for this, set data, and I am going to use useState. And if we want to use useState, we have to import that from React. Now I am going to store some data or create some data which consists of ID as 1 and value as this, and the next one is ID as 2 and value as this one. And the next one is, we are going to see how to show this array as radio buttons. For this I am going to create a div, and inside this div I am opening this braces and data dot map. For looping the data we are going to use map d comma index return. These are the fragments, React fragments. Inside these React fragments I am going to render the radio button. I am going to specify the type as radio, and there is another property called shape. We will be writing that later. And onChange equal to some arrow function handle radio change or handle radio. So I am going to create this method here, and I am displaying the value to the user. So for storing whatever the data user has selected, or whatever the radio button value user has selected, I am going to create another variable radio selected and use state of some empty value or empty string. So once user changes or selects the radio, I am going to send the value. So we will get this value in this radio. So I am going to get this here, and I am going to set the radio to the value whatever user has selected. So here we have to show the click on the radio. For that we have to use checked property, and here I am going to check the condition if the user selected value is equal to the data in the map, we will be showing that as checked. If it is not satisfying, we will not show that as checked. So let us check whether it's working or not. For this we have to change it as 5. That's it. Let us save this and check whether it's working or not. So it is compiled successfully. You should be able to see 2 radio buttons with the data. So you can see here we will be able to select only one radio button at a time. And now I am going to show the value in the text box. For this text box or any H1 tag, I am going to copy this and paste here. If you want to show that in text box, you can show it in the value. That's it. Let us save this. So you should be able to get the selected value in the text box. I think it's not saved successfully, or that is saving, so let us wait. So it's compiled successfully, and we can head back to our browser and check there. So you should be able to see the text and the text box and 2 radio buttons. So I am going to select this. You should be able to see this, and if I select this, we can see this one. So the next one is how to display keys and values of an object in the loop in React. For this, I am going to create an object equal to instead of some object with values as id 1 and value as tech, like that. So we can have a number of properties in this, and here I am going to show that in our HTML. For this I am going to take a div inside this div. I am going to open the curly braces here. I am going to use object dot keys of the data. So it will get all the keys for us, and I am going to map this keys, key and index. So inside this I am going to return or show that in h1 tag, and I wanted to display key and object of key, and here I want to mention key as key, or you can place it as index. So let us save this and check whether it's working or not. So let us head back to our browser. So you can see here we have got the data keys as ID and value. So there is no space, so that is the reason you are seeing both as concatenated. So this is the ID, this is the value. So we can place a number of things. And the next one is how to call a method when a component is rendered for the first time. For this I am going to use useState. Sorry, useEffect. In order to use useEffect, I am going to import this first from React. And here I am going to use arrow function. Inside this I am going to call handle first render. This is the method I am going to create below. Inside this I am going to log this as rendered. So once the component is rendered, this method will be called, and in this method we are going to log this data. So you can make the API calls in useEffect as well, but in order to only render for the first time, we have to place it as empty array. Only then we will be able to see that calling for the first time. Otherwise it will be called again and again. So you can see here, once I refresh this, you should be able to see the rendered log in our console. So you can see here we have got this rendered from our useEffect. So in this way we can call the APIs or any methods if you want in this useEffect. So this is the end of this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.